Hey guys, what's going on? It's your resident Nintendo nerd here, RJ Game News USA, and I'm super excited for the Nintendo Direct happening tomorrow, June 9th, 2026. So again, this video probably won't age very well. It's probably going to be laughed at, mocked a little bit in the comment section. But today, we're going to count down the top 10 bold predictions for the Nintendo Direct, and I'm also going to give you 10 safe predictions. So hopefully y'all like this content, and even if you watch it after the Direct, you can kind of laugh at it later. But let's just jump right into it. So first on the list, we're going to do the 10 bold predictions. We're going to get the bold predictions out of the way. They're not the real predictions. These are like wish list, fantasy booking, unlikely to happen. So take that with a grain of salt. But number 10 on my list is Mario Kart World DLC. Expansive, free Mario Kart World DLC. Like, huge new updates, tracks, modes, a whole shitload of stuff added for free to go ahead and justify why the price of this game was actually $80. My reason for this is, let's not split up the player base. Let's not do any monkey business. Give it to us big, bold, and for free. And that brings me to number 9 on my list. And that is Nintendo drops a brand new IP. Never seen before. The first real big new IP since Splatoon. Just a totally brand new IP. I have no idea what it would look like, what it would be like, but it's time for Nintendo to go ahead and give us that brand new IP. And that brings us to number 8 on the list, which is a brand new Wario Land game. Now, this is actually somewhat rumored that it could be happening. Personally, I'm not just going to say a brand new Wario Land game in 2D. Give it the Kirby Forgotten Land 2.5D Super Mario 3D World treatment with Wario, and let's freaking go. That should be number 8 bold prediction. Hopefully that comes true. And that brings me to number 7, which is a brand new F-Zero game. Let's freaking go. Just a brand new F-Zero game. You've already released F-Zero GX and a bunch of F-Zeros on the NSO. You've already had F-Zero 99. Let's see it. Brand new F-Zero. That'd be fucking great. Number 6 on my list. And this would be bold because Nintendo hasn't done hardly shit with it. But just releasing a slew of GameCube titles. Like, all coming out, either a few of them coming out today, tomorrow, and, you know, a couple a month for the next few months. Giving us all those great GameCube games, like freaking Mario Sunshine and Double Dash and Melee and Metroid Prime 2. I want to see the GameCube get a supercharge of releases for the NSO. And a bonus on top of that, in the same vein, let's also get a new system announced. Don't know what the system could be. Could be a Genesis, or not a Genesis, could be a Dreamcast, could be a Wii, could be a DS, whatever seems most plausible. That would be nice. Let's really bolster up that NSO service a little bit a year after launch. And that brings me to number 5 on the list, which is a brand new Kid Icarus game. A huge adventure, way beyond the scope of Kid Icarus Uprising. Not a remake of Kid Icarus Uprising, just a brand new game in the series where they just go nuts. But it's not all flying around. There's a lot of ground levels. There's a lot going on in this game that is completely new and fresh, and with a cinematic story, and it is Kid Icarus to the upteenth degree. That would be truly, truly amazing. And that brings me to number 4, which would be the brand new 3D Mario is shown here. Nobody thinks it's coming here. It comes here. Doesn't necessarily have to release this year. None of these have to be releases this year. They just have to be shown. But the brand new 3D Mario is shown here. It's teased here. Like, that would go against the grain. Would love to see it. My idea for a 3D Mario is Galaxy 3, but I want it to be like 8 worlds that play like Bowser's Fury for each world, where you have to get enough stars, green moons, whatever, and then you go beat the Koopaling that runs that world. And then you fly to the next planet. That would be my dream scenario for a 3D Mario game. Taking the best of what the Galaxy games gave us, Odyssey, what Bowser's Fury gave us, and put it into this new format that would be beloved. And that brings me to number 3 of my most bold predictions. And that is, we see Super Smash Bros. Yeah, that's right. Super Smash Bros. Not Ultimate Switch 2 Edition. Nothing like that. I mean, it is a brand new freaking game. Don't know how they developed it. Don't know how Sakurai had enough time. Don't care. These are my bold predictions. And I would love to see that and get excited and hyped for the next Smash, even if it didn't come until 2028. And that brings me to number 2 on my list. And this is way out of left field, guys. Way out of left field for bold predictions. I love the Paper Mario series. But I think it's time we have a Paper Zelda. Link's the main character, obviously. It's basically... And your party could be Zelda. It could be Ganon facing a new threat. I don't know. But Paper Zelda, Paper Link, whatever you want to call it, would be epic. To actually have a true RPG for Link, which is a genre they should really explore, and doing it in the Paper Mario style world with graphics and text boxes and humor would be absolutely great. Let's freaking do it. Paper Zelda. With Link as the main character, to be clear, not Zelda. And that brings me to number 1. This would absolutely make me just gobsmack, lose my fucking mind. Especially if it's first in the press conference, but especially if it ends the show. Xenoblade Chronicles 4. On the Switch 2, forget the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 remaster, whatever, or port. Forget all that. We just jump straight to Xenoblade Chronicles 4, and it looks absolutely fucking gorgeous. And they put it at a prominent spot in the showcase. That would be the ultimate hype for me, personally. So, now that we got the bold predictions out of the way, let's get to the safe, likely predictions for this showcase. Starting with number 10, speaking of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Switch 2 Edition. And if this game were to come out, I would give it another shot. I would legitimately, hopefully they fix some of the issues, I would give it another try. It might be my least favorite of the Xenoblades. Like, I like 1 and 3 a lot more than I like 2 and X. But I like X more than 2. And this would be the only way I would ever give 2 another shot. I do think its world looks interesting. It looks very anime-ish. I just want the combat to be fucking fixed in some way with that game. Number 9, as far as the likely safe predictions go. Number 9 would be minor Mario Kart DLC. So we're talking like, yeah, there's a few things here and there, but there's not even new tracks, right? These are like updates, like 200cc, nice little additions, you know. And I'd be fine with that. We could go bigger and bolder, but we might not. We probably won't. Number 8 on this list, a Dust Bloods release date and trailer. So, obviously, this is a pretty safe prediction that Dust Bloods will be there. And it may not be necessarily a safe prediction that it's not delayed, but I'm going to predict that it's not delayed and that it has like October 2026 release date, and we get some more information on the game. Likewise, number 7 for me is, and again, I'm ignoring Star Fox and Splatoon Raiders because we already have dates. But number 7 for me is release date with more info about Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. That's almost certain to be there, and it's a game I'm super excited about. So it's not a horrible thing. It's just a very safe prediction. And that brings me to number 6 on this safe predictions list. And that would be a Luigi's Mansion 4. It's actually being heavily rumored right now. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the safe category that we're actually going to see this thing. And I'm not the biggest Luigi's Mansion fan, but I like it enough that I would have a mildly happy reception to something new, and it being Luigi's Mansion 4. So I would be okay with that. And that might be one of the missing games for the rest of the year. Number... what are we on? Number 5, safe predictions. We're just going to throw this all in a basket. This is an obvious no-brainer. Just a slew of third-party games that are announced that are already in other systems. I don't even want to go over it. A slew of possible Switch 2 editions other than Xenoblade. Maybe even Mario Maker 2. And a slew of indie games that they'll show at the showcase. That's a given. It's not like this is a showcase that's only going to show a few different games. There's going to be many, many choices of games here. And if there's so many choices and they don't focus too much on one thing, this 50-minute press conference can feel like a lot of filler pretty quick, unless you like a lot of those games. So I'm just throwing that all in that bucket that expect big old long sizzle reels to take up the time of this press conference, and some of those things you won't even care to see. Number 4, safe prediction at this conference. We actually see some Call of Duty gameplay. So a little bit of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 gameplay. This goes along with the third-party stuff that's going to be announced or already announced getting dates. But I want to give Call of Duty its own shine. It hasn't been on Nintendo in a while. I think they want to show what this looks like in action, with game chat in particular, show the frame rate, show that it's on par with the other systems. And I think that that's important. And number 3 on this list for safe predictions is they don't out and out say it, but by omission, it's a safe prediction. We don't see any Grand Theft Auto 6. Now, I could have put GTA 6 has like number 2 or number 1 as far as wild predictions, but instead I stuck it in this category because it's so expected for it not to be there that it would be a safe prediction to say, hey, GTA 6 will not be here. So GTA 6 will not be here. That is a safe prediction of all safe predictions, if you want to say that. If it is, then good golly, the internet just blows the fuck up. And then number 2 prediction, I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb here and say that this is a little bit of a limb for a safe prediction, but not really, because this could be any number of things. Any number of things. We see something Kirby. Something Kirby. Could be a game, could be an expansion, could be for Kirby Air Ride, could be something. Something Kirby is number 2. We're getting something Kirby. And I didn't even bother putting, Kirby in my bold predictions list because this kind of falls under, well, it could be something Kirby. So something Kirby. Okay? And that brings me to number 1, because this is the wildly rumored speculation, but it would be the most exciting, predictable announcement. And that is Ocarina of Time remake. And hopefully it's really good, and hopefully we get a good look at it. So guys, those are my top 10 bold predictions and top 10 safe predictions for this Nintendo Direct coming up. Let me know your thoughts below. What do you think will actually happen at this Nintendo Direct? But until next time, I'm signing out. Have a good one.